Okay, so it seems that we have a pretty big update in terms of Fuwamoco. Now, if you don't know, we covered this the other day. Essentially, they were coming out with an announcement, and a lot of people were very worried because obviously it looked like one of those announcements which are never good. And obviously, they assured people that it wouldn't be anything, bad, and it wouldn't be like a graduation or anything, which obviously tends to come whenever people are like, we need to talk. But yeah, obviously that was not the case, and it turned out that Fuwawa was actually getting surgery, and it was just something that she needed to get done. And yeah, she would be essentially going on a small hiatus while she kind of recovered from that. Well, it seems like we have an update on not only Fuwawa from the actual surgery itself, but also on Mococo as well, on what she's been up to. And it's been pretty hilarious to see. So let's just get into it because, of course, here is the first post, obviously talking about it, saying, I'm out of surgery. Fuwawa's surgery went smoothly and successfully. My surgery was smooth plus successful, and I'm doing my all to heal up in hospital as soon as I can. I'm still not used to hospital life at all, but I'm working every day, hard every day to recover quickly and get back to normal. And obviously they put a bit of art there of Mococo visiting her in hospital, which is nice. And obviously a lot of people have been kind of having fun with that. And obviously saying thank you to Yuri for creating such a gorgeous and emotional illustration and gift for Nerissa too. And here you got Shiori Novella saying, now put your phone down and rest. Glad it all went well. Says, thanks Yuri, I put my phone down to rest so much that it took me 7 hours to respond to you. And love you. And so they say, yeah, happy to hear that you're safe. They say, Fuwawa, I'm glad, I'm so glad the surgery went smoothly. Take plenty of rest and spend your time safely and peacefully. So thank you. I'll rest a lot. So yeah, obviously a lot of people sending all their support over to Fuwawa because obviously, yeah, she was saying it wasn't anything bad or anything like life-threatening or anything like that. It was just a surgery that she needed to get done, and obviously was kind of just, yeah, something that she had to get done, right? And that's just sometimes what happens, right? It's sometimes like not necessarily anything that is like super bad. She said she hadn't been like struggling with pain or anything. It was just something that had to be done. So yeah, obviously that happened, and so that is great to hear. But it's been more funny to hear about Mococo's kind of just shenanigans while Fuwawa has been away, because obviously they both stream together. If you've never seen them before, I'm assuming you guys have, but if you haven't, they obviously stream together on most of their streams, right? And they're usually pretty inseparable, but this is one of the few times, obviously it's happened a couple of times before, that obviously Mococo has to stream on her own, right? Or with other people on her own, which of course a lot of people over at Hololive have been helping her in terms of collabs and stuff, which has been quite funny to see. But obviously, this was one of the posts put out by Mococo saying, lonely Mococo cleans the refrigerator, goodbye 2024 miso, puts a very salty pickled sakura in her latte, oops, does lots of laundry out of detergent, wanders around the doghouse lost, can't focus on important homework, bow. So obviously it seems like, she's been struggling a little bit, and it's been, obviously she said like she's out of detergent, she's like messing things up all the time, and it seems like it's almost been a little bit of a curse, that Fuwawa has been away. It seems like, both of them kind of keep the balance there, right? They're all kind of balanced out whenever they're together, but obviously whenever they split up, things tend to go a little bit weird, and obviously that's to be expected, right? And a lot of people have been setting over support and stuff, especially over on the Hololive subreddit, saying not related, but I think this will be the longest time for the twins to be separated since their debut, right? Also, please send some encouraging words to Moco-chan. She's trying her best. Which obviously they say, yeah, these two have basically been inseparable since they were very small children, from what I'm given to understand. This is looking like the longest Fuwawa and Mococo have ever been apart. That I wish I had a sibling bond like that. Those two goobers truly have something special. So there's sibling bonding, and then there's unhealthy codependency. The new word is codependency. Hey. And they say, her little avatar flashed before my eyes from the spelling bee game. So, yeah, obviously a lot of people just kind of, saying sad Bao is too heartbreaking. So, text you could hear that makes you cry. Codependency. So, in other words, they sync up to the funniest one was when they both said individually. Said, yes, we are individual. Yes, which obviously they tend to sync up quite a bit on stream and things, which is quite funny. But as well, I think this is the post that I'm about to, bring up here, I thought was probably the funniest one, because what do you do when you're alone and you have nothing else to do, and, maybe things are going a little bit weird, right? you play League of Legends. So it seems like Mococo has been playing League of Legends with Gigi. It seems like she's been teaching her how to play and saying, I have no clue what this game is, but why is everyone crying? And obviously, yeah, a lot of people, you know, have been going, oh god, no, Mococo, don't get into League, oh my god. But yeah, it seems like they did that collab, and it's been great to see that they have been doing like these kind of collabs while Fuwawa is gone, because obviously it gives them a sense of like, you know, because it would be a bit like awkward if it was just like Mococo on her own, like for every single stream. So they've kind of like done a lot of collabs. There was one recently as well, which they did, which was essentially, yeah, where was it? Yeah, they've been doing like Water Park Simulator, apparently it's upcoming, but they've also been doing like little parties and little things like that, and just a lot of collabs, which again is great to see. But yeah, I mean, League of Legends was one of them, with Gigi, and they say, thank you for the pick. So be safe, sister. League of Legends and backseating Mococo, and he's just like, oh god, oh no. Then it suddenly became canon. So genuinely, I don't think I would have ever imagined you play a League until I saw it on Gigi's schedule. I don't know how to play League, so can't help too much this time, but I'm sure Gigi will be an excellent teacher, and there will be no funny business, lol. Good luck, Mococo. So Mococo, no, don't stray from the path. You can still be saved, right? Then honestly, Mococo, I'm not really sure with this game if it's a meme or if people genuinely dislike the game so much. People act so silly around it. I can never tell. And I think it's kind of a mix. I think some people genuinely dislike the game, but I also think a lot of people just kind of meme about it because obviously it is one of those games that just gets memed as like a bad game, despite everybody playing it still, right? So again, I think it's a little bit of a mix. It's nothing serious, right? It's not like one of these big things where it's like, oh my god, you know, I can't believe she's playing League of Legends. Like, there's no like drama around it, right? It's just funny. It's funny because obviously League of Legends is known as that kind of like degel game that you play whenever things are going a little bit bad, or you don't have much of a life going on, right? Which I think is quite funny, especially considering, you know, while Fuwawa is away. There's also been another post on it as well, which is in today's news, apparently on the Twitter, like what's happening page, saying, today's news, Mococo and Misgard survives first League of Legends match with Gigi Murrell. It's just like, bro, it's like, survives, like it's some kind of like survival mission to survive a League of Legends game, saying, under sports because Mococo's the GOAT. Said, no, you're the coach, Murrell. They're saying the description is even funnier. Then in a stream called I have no clue what this game is, but why is everyone crying? Hololive's Mococo teamed up with Gigi to battle bots and learn the MOBA basics, racking up wins while embracing memes, like hiding in the bushes and never accept blame. Fuwawa cheered from chat with skill issue jabs, while Nerissa Ravencroft joined for the finale as Sona, and the VOD hit over 60,000 views with peaks at 1.3 million concurrent viewers. Fans flooded clips praising Mococo's quick gamer instincts, dubbing her a natural and joking that she's now the Moco GOAT. Which, that's a pretty crazy kind of saying. She's now the Moco GOAT of League of Legends, it seems like. May even, you know, kind of take on Faker in the future, right? So here's the proof. Callie was not jealous. She was only trying to protect Mococo. She didn't want stuff like this to happen. Which again, apparently, yeah, Mococo was trying to like talk her out of it, right? Like, something tells me the long esports community were watching, and yeah, obviously it's quite funny to see a lot of people getting behind that. But I'm really glad to see that this has gone like so well for them. You know, even despite this hiatus, right? Because obviously Fuwawa it's not there, but it seems like Mococo has been getting on pretty amazingly in terms of getting some pretty viral clips and stuff getting out there in terms of her League of Legends collab. So that is very, very nice to see, at least while Fuwawa is away. But yeah, I mean, that is essentially all I got for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to Game Subs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.